Wonderful. Okie doke. So here is that secret wall. And we're going to come in from this direction. So let's try this. And so this is exactly what I was talking about. So you can't just automatically go to the right. You have to go down here, right? So it kind of forces you to take a very specific path. And from what I've heard too, this floor in some versions of the game is actually broken. So it's impassable. And I think in some versions you can patch it for PC and things like that. But this version is okay. Like, you don't need to do anything too special to actually make it through, other than pay attention to where you're going. And what sucks is that once you're in here, you can't really figure out where you're going next. Hopefully we're not already off to the wrong path, because it looks like we're already being popped back over to the left when we really don't want to be going that way, but we'll see how it all pans out. Okay, this looks right. And they've almost designed these little rooms so that you can scoot your people through pretty easily. I guess we can kill these serpents too. Not that it matters, but it'll help us to conserve our HP a little bit. Yeah, there's nothing worse than when you gotta get everybody in a line, and this is wonderful. Thank you, Great Stygian Abyss. Okay, so the first enemies I want to kill here, as usual, are Balrons, because they are just the devil. Okay, that was good. So everybody's dead now. And we can try moving. I guess we're going to the right, because it's the only way that we can go for the moment. And I guess too we can walk into some of these corners just to make sure that there are no traps to be tripped. Okay, so it looks like we can't really go anywhere except to the right, so let's do that. Okay, a whole bunch of tornadoes, holy smokes. We will murder the winds with our magical weapons, because how else in real life would you murder winds? And you see, like, I have no idea where we are in the big maze right now. One can only hope that we're traveling in the proper direction. And you know, sometimes you walk on a square and like a little bridge will appear, right? So what would be horrible is if you came from the bottom here and then you weren't able to actually get up this way, because it's a dead end, right? So at least we've been going in a direction where we haven't seemed to run into dead ends yet, which is good. Okay, this looks familiar. Hopefully we're not accidentally backtracking. We never know for sure, but one can hope that's not the case. Alright, let's go this way. Okay, this looks conspicuous. It looks as if we're able to make some sort of bridge or path appear if we dispel those fields. Okay, Mariah, you are gonna cast some Tremor. We really need to make up some more Tremor. And some Awakening, for that matter. We're stuck back here again. How does this always happen to us? I have a whole bunch of people who can't dispel, because they don't have enough magic. Dupree to the rescue again, I guess. For a brief moment. Someone's gotta get over to those squares eventually. Looks like it's gonna be Julia. Oh no, sorry. Mariah. Okay, cast spell, dispel, there it is. And she's asleep, which is okay. Somebody's gotta go walk on that square eventually. There we go, that Balron's toast. Of course, my only people that are awake right now don't use any magic. Okay, I'm gonna send Dupree into the bottom here. Try to get him into the corner. Okay, so that didn't trigger anything. I guess it must be, if there is a switch, it must be where that last Balron is. Okay, so we're gonna dispel this square and kill this guy, hopefully. There we go. So into the spot we go. And there it is. There was our little switch. So we got a path that opened up on the bottom for us. So forever onward we go. So this also looks like a conspicuous room here. I just want to check behind those lava lizards. Okay, so you are going to do Dispel. That way we can start murdering those guys, hopefully. Oh, Dupree doesn't yet have enough MP. There we go. Oh, look at that. So we've just tripped a little bridge. So, let's go that way. I'm gonna get everybody to shuffle down to the bottom of the screen and we'll take our leave to the right-hand path here. Let's try down first. Okay, this looks like the proper place to go. And so, just so that you guys know, if we were to have come in, remember I said at the beginning, like take the direct path through the bottom of the checkered area, like go to the bottommost door and just head east. This is the room that we would have run into, and that wall that we just knocked down there by stepping on a trap would have been there. And we couldn't have come this way. So this is the true way that we were supposed to go. So we're actually almost out of the 6th floor now, I think. So let's just go. We don't have to kill that last headless. He's probably going to try to run away from us any moment now anyway. Off he went. So this should be one of the last rooms on this floor. I think we want to try to head east out of here. East or down, one of the two. And this is just craziness. So let's cast Tremor. We're running out of tremors, but that's okay. Oh man, I was hoping that the Balrons would die instead and not the mages. Because I don't want to have to go and dispel all of those fields. And we're stuck again. Story of our lives, eh? Okay, well, let's just do our best here. We'll wait till somebody wakes up. Do our best. So by moving around this campfire, we've accidentally opened up a couple of different paths for the Balrons to escape. And that's why some of their fields were down. I didn't go and dispel those myself. But 'tis the way. There, we've dispelled them all. So now we can just destroy these Balrons so that they'll stop giving us trouble. And I guess we're going to try to exit to the east. That would make the most sense, I think. So we're going to do the slow shimmy around, as usual. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Are we out? We're out. Okay, and we have a lot of people that are poisoned. So let's just take a moment and heal up our poison people. Okay, so let's take another look here. And it would be so horrible if we accidentally ended up back on the other side of that big room. So here we are. We are on the other side, thank goodness. And now we are going to head right 1 and then down 2, and we should be at the altar to the 7th floor. Okay, here we go. Use... why do I always pick the wrong one? We're going to use the stones. So it says, what virtue dost stem from courage and truth? And we are on the 6th floor, and that would be honor, because that is again our 6th virtue. So we're going to pick honor. And the honor stone is purple. There we go. So we're down to level 7. And doesn't this look ominous? Nice branching hallways. Let's take a look, as usual, at a gem. Okay, So pretty much this is repeating rooms. You can see the pattern repeats a few times. And so we have to head always left and up. So we were going right and down last time through the other bunch. And now we're going to have to head right and up. So it shouldn't be too confusing. All right. So let's do this. We'll enter right in here. Oh no, we're stuck. Why did I do this? Imagine we didn't have anybody that could dispel here. That'd be terrible. Okay, cast spell, dispel. I guess we'll go this way. And there we go. Now Julia's not stuck anymore. Okay, so left. Now I'm all nervous about getting near the center tile. Uh-oh. Look at what we did. We opened it up. So let's get rid of these hydras. This must be the floor of traps. Okay, so we should only have maybe 2 or 3 more rooms left to go. And look at this. Another room where we're going to have to open up a trap, it seems. Because we don't want to go down here. So do we see? I see a wall that I can step on. Like a switch wall. Have you guys found that yet? I'm gonna get Mariah to step on that. Hopefully that'll open up the walls. There we go. So we must have a several stage trap to trip here. So I'm gonna send somebody in around the bend. Up top, we're gonna go fight head on here. Okay, so now that all of the enemies have been roasted in here, I'm just gonna send in Julia to do some switch hunting. There it is. Okay, so we can probably head left because I think we came up last time. Come on, Dupree. Let's go, buddy. Okay, there we go. Ooh, we got a Reaper fight. Let's hope this doesn't go too badly. Okay. Before we go into this next room, I think it would be a good idea to make some more tremor. Just to be on the safe side. So, let's do that. We're going to make some tremor, I think is on the next page. And tremor requires A, E, and H. So sulfurous ash, blood moss, and mandrake root. We're going to mix, and we can make up 20 of those. Oh, we can't. Right. Okay. Tremor, so A, blood moss. Oh, we only made 19. Okay, so that's good. Oh, tell me that I didn't accidentally waste all of my my mandrake. Let me just see for a moment, because that will make me very sad. Oh, good. We did make 19 tremor. I thought it's like, you made a mistake. You get no tremor. You only had enough for 19, so now you get none. Thank goodness that that's not the case. Okay, so this room is kind of crazy. You'll see that beside our party, there's a bunch of secret walls. I'm sending Mariah into them right now. And as we hit these switches, little spots are going to open up for us, allowing our party to move through very, very slowly to the next area. So pretty much I gotta shuffle everybody and try not to accidentally leave the way that we came. So this room probably, I would say, is the longest room that I fought. It took me the longest. It was the most frustrating for me. But yeah, I'm gonna do my shuffle, hopefully in a timely fashion. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, when I trip other traps and we're heading out, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I've had words with the Balron, and now I just have to deal with the issue of everybody being asleep And by everybody, I mean Hun, who is lying right in the way of going to the next switch. Thank you, Hun. Okay, so I'm just gonna get Hun to head down here. And very ever so carefully making sure not to accidentally make her go out of the room, because then we'd have to come back in and start all over again. Okay, so we've got the next little thing, so now I can just make everybody go up for a while. We're going to send Dupree in. Alright, so there's the fourth one, and that is the way out. So now we can start moving people out to the left. Okay, so this should bring us to the 7th altar. So let's use our stones. One of these days I'll get that right. A voice rings out, "What virtue dost stem from truth, love, and courage?" So that one's the one that's founded in all three. So we know that that is spirituality. So we'll choose that one. And that one is the white stone. There it is. And last but not least, level 8. So let's use our gem. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I keep getting them confused. Alright. So it doesn't look too bad, right? Yeah, that's what I thought you might say. And this, I don't think, is a maze, but there are some secret rooms that we do have to think about that have switches and things. So let's head in. Let's go down, maybe? So down 2 rooms and out the left door and see how that goes. I'm gonna kill this Balron first and foremost. As we've learned, they are nothing but trouble. And funny, all along we thought that squiddies were the worst, but they're actually not too bad. Is it ever a relief to see some of these easier enemies again, eh? Where there's not 9 million things in your pathway where you have to be walking? I like it quite a bit more than what we were just facing in that really tough to maneuver through room. There we go, we'll give him enough juice to be able to get out of the lava alive. There you go, friend. Thank you for your sacrifice. Okay, let's go see what's over here. This doesn't look right to me. But I guess we can try it out. So the idea that there were traps in there was an illusion devised by Satan. Oh man, this doesn't look right. Okay, so this doesn't look like a way that we're able to go. So let's go back. We're gonna go back through the room that we were just in there. And we're back to this room again. And I'm wondering if a thorough search is in order here. Because I think maybe we missed a switch. Because we can't go the other way. And what other way do we have to go? Okay, so who has the most HP here? Julia. So let's send her in. We're going to send her into the fire pit here. Okay, so it doesn't really look like there is anything. It must have been a more thorough search than we thought. Because I'm just taking a look around. I don't see any walls. So I wonder if it's that top corner. Maybe. Top right corner. If it's that at all. It might be nothing. So yeah, I think we gotta go back. We gotta go up. We've gone the wrong way here. I keep sending Katrina in there. Not on purpose, I promise. Teehee. So is there another way through here then, I wonder? So let's just shove ourselves in all these little crannies here. Something might open up. Or we might just need to go to the right. Versus the single digits. So we're coming from this direction. Okay, so this isn't so bad. Okay, let's try Tremor here. Well, that was super satisfying. And I think the rest of these ghosts are going to run away from us now. Okay, so let's use Dispel. There we go. Get everybody in a nice little line. And we'll head out. Alrighty, so hopefully we're on our correct path again. Nothing like the abyss to get you all turned around, eh? So one of several bad things is going to happen in here. We're either going to go in here and trip up a bunch of traps, or we're going to go in here and we're going to open up a passageway. Let's hope it's the passageway. I'm going to send in Dupree here. Right into the corner there, because that might be where we need to go. Crap. Oh no. Well, Dupree might make it. We didn't even open up anything special, eh? Poor guy. Well, let's heal him up a little bit. Okay, I guess we're trying to head up here instead. Because there doesn't seem to be anything else that we're able to trip up here. Maybe this is a lesson in pride. Just when we think we've got it all figured out, the game reminds us that we don't. Isn't that a fun lesson? We can even call it that. There has to be something that we're missing. There it is. Perfect. Did you guys see that in the bottom corner? Something moved. So there's a switch for us to get out. I'm just going to send Mariah down there to go and step on the little square that just opened. Ah, there we go. Okay, so up we go. Finally, we can get out of these battle rooms. We were here for an awfully long time, you guys. Thank you, Mariah. Okay. We need to rest immediately. We've lost Dupree in the fray, unfortunately. I wonder if we should resurrect him. Do we have a resurrect? We do. Let's bring him back. Poor guy. Okay, so it looks like Dupree is back, healed up. Everybody is good to go. And look at this. We are fighting ourselves somehow. This is kind of interesting, right? Like a good philosophical discussion on being a good person, right? It's a consistent fight against yourself. Unfortunately, the mirror image of ourselves went down pretty quick. I say unfortunately. What we should have done too is actually checked out a gem before we came through this way, but I think we'll be alright. So we'll just head down and out through this one. I remember the room well where we need to trip a switch. But the 8th floor is definitely, it's not the hardest floor, it's just the most evil of all the floors. So right now in this room there's a switch. Do you guys see it? It's a block switch that we need to hit. Okay, he's almost into the corner anyway. Okay, so now we've stepped on this block. And there should be another switch that opened up. Yeah, right in front of the Balron. So we're going in. Okay, so let's get... Oh, sorry. Oops. Sorry, Mariah. Okay, so we've stepped on that brick now. And I guess we gotta step in the center block. Center block? Oh, I guess there's another switch that opened up on top of where Mr. Balron is. I guess I'll send Mariah there. Slow but sure shuffle. There we go. Okay, so everybody's got to cross the strip. Finally. Okay. And not without fighting insects, apparently. Just to add insult to injury. You made it to the last altar, but now you gotta fight a bunch of insects. Okay. Alright. The final altar. And suddenly it's dark. And we have to mix reagents to make more light spell, because we didn't actually make more. And we'll make one. I'm pretty sure we don't need any more of that. So we can cast light, and we can use our stones. So a voice rings out. What virtue exists independently of truth, love, and courage? And we know that that's humility. And we're going to use the black stone. There's a sudden darkness, and you find yourself alone in an empty chamber. You use your key of 3 parts. A voice rings out. What is the word of passage? Okay, so our word of passage is the one that we learned from the 3 barons, from the 3 castles. And we're going to put them in the correct order. So truth, love, and courage. So we're going to go ver, ammo, and core. So let's put that in. Veramacor. Passage is granted. The voice asks, what dost thou possess, if all may rely upon your every word? Okay, so see, now we're going to go back down our list here of all of the different virtues. Honesty. There we go. What quality compels one to share in the journeys of others? This is compassion. Compassion. There we go. What answers when great deeds are called for? This is valor. And I'll cave here and spell it the American way. What should be the same for lord and serf alike? This is justice. What is loath to place the self above aught else? This one is sacrifice. Sacrifice is spelled correctly. What shirks no duty? This is honor. What in knowing the true self knows all? So this is spirituality. Spirituality, yep, that's correct. And then what is that which serfs are born with, but nobles must strive to obtain? And this is humility. Thou art well versed in the virtues of the avatar. The voice asks, if all else is imaginary, this is real. So this is when we're moving on to our truth, love, and courage words here. So this one is going to be truth. Because truth is always real, right? No matter what's going on. What plunges to the depths while soaring on the heights? So this is love. And what turns not away from any peril? This is courage. The floor rumbles beneath your feet. Above the din, the voice asks, If all 8 virtues of the avatar combine into and are derived from 3 principles of truth, love, and courage, then what is the one thing that encompasses and is the whole of all undeniable truth, unending love, and unyielding courage? Okay, so this answer is from all of the shrines that we visited. And if you take a look here at all of the different visions that we had, you'll notice that all of the symbols that we wrote down correspond to a specific letter. And if we put the symbols in the correct order that Lord British first described the towns, which is what we've written out here on our little spreadsheet, you'll see that the word actually spells out infinity. And you may recall when we went to go speak to people in Cove, they talked about the axiom and how truth, love, and courage are on an unending spectrum and how they all kind of wind together forever and ever, which all fits in very nicely with the idea of infinity. So the word here that we need to input is infinity. Infinity. There it is. Yay, there we go, folks. The boundless knowledge of the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom is revealed unto thee. Are you guys ready for this? The voice says, "Thou hast proven thyself to be truly good in nature. Thou must know that thy quest to become an avatar is the endless quest of a lifetime. Avatarhood is a living gift. It must always and forever be nurtured to flourish. For if thou dost stray from the paths of virtue, the way may be lost forever. Return now unto thine own world. Live there as an example to thy people, as our memory of thy gallant deeds serves us." As the sound of the voice trails off, darkness seems to rise around you. There's a moment of intense, wrenching vertigo. And there we are, we're back. You open your eyes to a familiar circle of stones. You wonder of your recent adventures. It seems a time and place very distant. You wonder if it really happened. Then you realize that in your hand you hold the Ankh. You walk away from the circle, knowing that you can always return from whence you came, since you now know the secret of the gates. Congratulations, thou hast completed Ultima IV in 79,808 turns. And there's our lovely familiar tune. Well, there it is. So that's Ultima IV. And I cannot say enough how wonderful this journey has been for me. As a lover of RPGs, for me, I thought I already knew the best of the best, and to get kind of funneled into this game by taking on the Master System RPG quest, I kind of pushed my limits a little bit and found myself tumbling down this wonderful love with this game. It was so much fun just to kind of wander around and have to make spells of my own, and I love that this is the story of the everyman. You know, it's not that you're a chosen person who's been set upon this path by destiny. It's you were a person who got sucked into this magical world and just learned to be a good human being. So I think that that's really special. And this game has really changed my outlook on RPGs, and I will never play another game going forward without thinking about this game and how spoiled other games really make you, right? Because this game just makes you do all of the work yourself, which is a nice change, right? So I hope that you guys have all very much enjoyed this adventure with me. It was a lovely time. It's been a very long playthrough, I'm sure, and if you guys are still with me at the end, thank you so much for sticking it out. And yeah, I guess we will continue on to bigger things, but maybe not better things. This game's gonna stay in my heart for a long, long time. And as usual, a very special thank you to all the people who helped me through this game while I was streaming it prior to this Let's Play recording. And without those folks, especially Nostalgic26 from Twitch, you are a phenomenal human being. Thank you so, so much for all of your help with this playthrough. I Couldn't have done it without you. And to anyone else, really, who has been there for the adventure, either live or through this playthrough. So anyways, I'll let you guys continue to enjoy these credits. There's our horrible balloon. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being a part of this with me. Take care for now, and I'll see you soon.